Well guys, I have to admit, it's kind of a sad day for the old truck, but we're gonna get to that a little later, because first, we are at the Chemical Guys detail garage and their car show they got there. Now, we don't have the truck here. As I said, I'll go over that a little later. Something not so good happened last night on Christmas on the way home from a Trail of Lights. But it's gonna get taken care of, and y'all will see more of that in like, I don't know, a couple minutes. As customary with any detail garage meet, the wrapped Corvette and Porsche and the wing on that Corvette is huge. So every one of these meets I come to, I keep looking for one of these so I can show y'all what's coming to the channel. And finally, I found one. Almost exactly what we're looking for. Not a convertible, obviously, but black, a little bit different wheels. It's gonna be that low. I love the look of this. And the headlights, I don't even know where to get those. Now this does have the 4.6 liter that we are building and have kind of semi taken apart in the garage. It's an auto, but still, this is basically what we will have coming. So the plan for that, I gotta take apart the rod bearings, see which one messed up. If I can get away with just doing bearings, we're going to, I know we're not supposed to, whatever, but college budget, you know? You gotta remember that part. But if we can get away with just the rod bearings, we'll get the lower end put together hopefully soon, and then work on cams and all the fun go fast parts. Okay, so unfortunately, I just got a call from Discount Tire, and they're at my house to pick up my truck. So it kind of gives you a little kind of hint on what's going on. It's not the best thing, could have been a lot worse, so thank God it wasn't, but we gotta leave the show now, head back to the house unfortunately. But first, we got some C6s, ZR1, Supra, the Thupra license plate, awesome. But now we are gonna hop in the Lincoln, head back to the house, and kind of show y'all what happened. So here's the situation. Last night, the wheel kinda came off the truck. So I was driving home from the Trail of Lights and made it to the neighborhood, and truck kind of fell. Yeah, so this one of the studs sheared off, and then the whole truck kind of stopped. So all the lugs came off. We're in the middle of the road. Yeah, it was not a good situation. So here's the situation. Last night, went to Circuit of the Americas to the big light show thing, right? Came back, and didn't really feel anything. Like, I took it to Discount Tire last week for balance, rotation, all the usual stuff. Never showed any signs that this was gonna happen. But pulled into my neighborhood last night, and I just felt like steering was loose. Got coming down my street, and then it felt like I blew a tire. What happened was the wheel fell off. The rotor landed on the wheel. Thankfully, it never actually hit the ground. Yeah, not good. So I stopped, and the wheel was not connected to the truck at all. It sheared one of the lugs off, or one of the studs off. All the lug nuts were missing. They were all in the middle of the intersection. So yeah, not good. That was on Christmas night at like 10 o'clock. So this morning, took the trip down to Discount Tire, and shout out to them. They are getting it taken care of. Obviously, this isn't what you want. You have to torque your legs down. Don't cut corners, but we're getting it taken care of. It should be back today, hopefully. And there was supposed to be a car show to go to. As you can see, I went to it a little bit, but not anymore. Kind of stuck here for now. I'm just hoping that it gets fixed right. I know it needs new studs. It also needs a new wheel, which isn't gonna happen today. So I don't know if they want to put the spare on, which is a 32. This is gonna be an interesting situation. So it is, what is it? 5:23, and we finally have the truck back temporarily. So as you can see, one of these things is not like the other. Yeah, so a temporary ram and a brand new ridge grappler that we have on there because the fuels are not in stock. So here's what happened. The studs are replaced. So there are new studs on there. The hub is going to get replaced next week sometime, along with a new trail grappler and a new fuel Anza to match the rest. So we're not all the way fixed, but we are really close. I do have to say, so this situation never should have happened. First off, you expect lugs to be torqued. However, that being said, Discount Tire has bent over backwards to make sure that this thing is resolved. So thank y'all very much. David, you've been super helpful. Thank you for getting it back to me today so I can go to this next car show. But that being said, make sure you torque your lugs down, guys. But with that, we are headed off to a car show in Leander really quick because I at least want to take the truck to something today. Well, lucky for us, guys, we did make it in one piece. Thankfully, the wheel is still on the truck, even though it looks a little goofy. But there's a lot of cool cars here, so this is a really chill meet, but there's some C8s, CTSV, a lot of cool stuff here. So I'm really glad we were finally able to make it out to at least something today for more than 15 minutes. Now, pretty much front and center at any show that we've been going to over the past months is the C8 Corvettes. We have two of them here today, a white one and a blue one, and that one even has Go Faster stripes. Now, this spec on the blue C8 is absolutely amazing. Look at the blue seats. That is awesome. Matches the car. I don't know. That spec, that might be a new favorite. Of course, you cannot forget about the classics. The old Chevy pickup. I want one. I want one really bad. I want an old pickup really bad. I know I have a 91, but you can't really say the 91's a classic. It's not there yet. Eventually. Paintwork on this thing looks flawless. In the interior, I love the old vehicle interior. I like how simple it is. One thing I don't like about these modern cars, I don't want all the screens. I want some gauges. Now, you always run the chance of running into something that's really unique when you go to these shows. Now this, I can't tell you the year, Dodge Charger. That is awesome. So it's like a full-on stock car. If you look on the interior, you've got a full cage on the inside. It's like an old, I don't even know, mixed between a NASCAR and dirt track car. Whatever it is, I want one or two, maybe three. Now, of course, representing good old American muscle, we got the line of Mustangs that hopefully within a year we will be joining, I really hope, then the Corvettes. Of course, there's always Corvettes at these shows. C7s, which are just probably my favorite. It's a tough debate between the C7, C6. C8's just different. It's just different for me. I really love the C7. C6, as long as it's the ZR1 and that blue supercharger, then I can go for that. But Sean's car, who's the organizer of a lot of these events we go to, which is absolutely awesome. Okay, so I just got educated a little bit, guys, on a car I didn't really know much about. The Chevy SS. So it's got a Corvette LS3. Okay, I was a little confused about that. But so these have Corvette engine. It also has the same interior as the CTSV. And yes, I know I said CTSV and pointed to an ATSV badge. I'm Confucian. Now, I still keep getting drawn back to the C7s that we have over here. I just can't get enough of how sick this interior is with the blue, but I do really love the wing on the white one. That makes it. Now, I'm a sucker for carbon fiber, and the Audi that parked next to me is just loaded with carbon. Look at all of this stuff all around the car. That is awesome. I think we should get some carbon for the truck. I have some ideas. So now to go along with the full-on, basically stock car, we've got the full restored purple 1970 Charger, which is beauty. Now, it's so awesome seeing old cars that are restored and not just tricked out, because you really cannot beat just the build quality and really the elegance of an older car nowadays. I wish they made things like this now. Unfortunately, though, we've kind of grown away from that. So the classic cars are just awesome. The purple Challenger is truly just a thing of beauty. It's definitely on the bucket list, but it's getting late. But we had a whole nother group show up, including, I'm not going to say anything because people call my truck the cow all the time. I'll let you fill in the blanks, but still pretty sweet. So we've got yet another 2-valve that showed up. We're starting to see more and more of these, which maybe it's a sign that one's in the future. So I know it's been bothering me probably about as much as it's been bothering you. I did clean the engine bay, and of course you can't see it, but you can see the shiny intake. So, okay, I say I cleaned it. I cleaned all the black rubber pieces and I shined them up so it looks cleaner. There's still a lot of work to do, but I am still kind of tripping out over the whole look of the truck right now. Those wheels it just doesn't match. It doesn't really work. But nonetheless, at least with the light bar on it, it does draw some attention, and you just got to look at the good side, and everything is good. But without further ado, it's getting late and I got to get back home. It's been an interesting day. an interesting 24 hours with the whole wheel falling off thing. Obviously not something that I ever want to do again, but we are getting it taken care of, and there's a silver lining in the day because we were able to come to a car show. So hey, it's a win-win. But with that, it is time to end. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and with that, it's time to end, and I will see y'all next time.